John 17 verse 5. Did Yeshua literally pre-exist? Let's take a look. John 17 verse 5 says, "And now, O Father, glorify me together with yourself, with the glory which I had with you before the world was." Did Yeshua literally pre-exist as a glorious spirit or perhaps an angel and is now asking to get it back? The simple answer is no. So what did Yeshua mean in John 17 verse 5? A simple explanation of this verse and many others like it is something known as the Prophetic Perfect, a style of language which is commonly used throughout the Bible, not only for Yeshua, but for us believers as well. The Prophetic Perfect is when one speaks or writes about things that are yet to come, but in the past tense. Yeshua was simply saying, "Father, give me the glory which was stored up for me before the world was." Yeshua was asking for his promised inheritance as the coming Messiah who accomplished his first coming and is ready to take on the role as the King of Israel, the son of David, seated at the right hand of Yah. Here are some examples of the Prophetic Perfect being used for us believers as well. 2 Timothy 1:9. Grace which was given to us in Messiah Yeshua before the ages began. Ephesians 1 verse 4. Just as he chose us in him before the foundation of the world to be holy and without blemish in his presence in love. Now, we don't read these verses and say, well, we pre-existed also. We were chosen and given grace all before the foundations of the world. So why do we do it with this one isolated text in John 17:5? Remember, Yeshua grew up reading the Tanakh, the Old Testament, and he understood the glory he had coming as the King of Israel. The glory as the son of David, Ben David, that was stored up for him in Yah's plan and foreknowledge. This was his inheritance of being the Messiah once he accomplished his mission at his first coming. He knew once he accomplished the first coming as the son of Joseph, Ben Yosef, that is, the humble servant that must die on the cross for our sins. Then he resurrects and receives the glory as high priest of Melchizedek and the King of Israel. This verse in John 17 verse 5 is right when he is finishing up his earthly ministry and is about to get arrested and killed. The time to receive the glory was at hand, promised before the foundations of the world in the mind and plan of Yah. Also, please consider another biblical principle, and that is the pre-existence in Yah's foreknowledge, Yah's mind. This is known as the ideal pre-existence, which we all pre-existed in Yahweh's foreknowledge. We all existed as an idea, a plan, a promise in the mind of Yah. For example, just look at the prophet Jeremiah. Jeremiah 1 verse 5. "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you, and before you were born, I consecrated you. I appointed you a prophet to the nations." According to this verse, did Jeremiah literally pre-exist as an angel or spirit being, perhaps even witnessing the week of creation? Or maybe this is a great example of how we all were known by Yah before we ever existed, for he is all-knowing, also known as omniscient. We all existed in the mind of Yah, me, you, Jeremiah, and even the Messiah, Yeshua. BiblicalUnitarian.com says this about the first century Hebrew understanding of pre-existence. The Jewish worldview was that something planned, that is, foreknown in the counsel of God, existed notionally or ideally, but not yet in actuality upon earth in our experience. David Cape's article on pre-existence notes that the pre-existent state may be described as ideal, existence in the mind or plan of God. One last point before we finish. Let's play devil's advocate for a lack of a better term. Notice later in John 17, Yeshua says that we were given, past tense, this same glory. John 17 verse 22. And the glory which you gave me, I have given them, that they may be one, just as we are one. Yeshua gave me this glory at some point thousands of years ago, thus I must have pre-existed. Also, according to the Trinitarians, this glory had something to do with Yeshua being Yahweh. And so, if we're given this same exact glory, then we all must be part of the Godhead, right? Of course not. But notice how quickly this Trinitarian and or modalist logic begins to snowball into an even bigger problem once you read the entire chapter. So no, Yeshua did not literally pre-exist as some second person of a Trinity or as another mode of Yah, but instead, Yeshua was finishing up his first advent and was asking for that stored up promise of being glorified at Yah's right hand, not as a second person of Yah, but as the son of David, the king of Israel, the human high priest of Melchizedek, which was all in the plan of Yah. That's what John 17:5 is all about. And we will be glorified as resurrected children of Elohim one day too, to rule the nations. All thanks and praise be given to the Most High, our Heavenly Father, Yahweh. Bill Schlegel does a great teaching on this topic. I'll leave a link below. Please share and subscribe and leave a comment below. Thank you and shalom.